A very good morning to everyone. This is Dr. Megha Sharma. I am the CEO and one of the co-founders of Navy Academy. And this is about empowering the new generation. So when I say about, empowering the new generation, the title, that is mentioned below is like train up a child in the way he or she has to go. Now you can see, that when we work in the corporate sector or when we go outside the school, so there is a gap. There are so many trends, there are so many education forms that have newly come up, right? So we are here to bridge that gap and we really want to empower the new generation. And our focus is not only about 11th and 12th class students, but we have created such a magnificent program that we can, enroll the third grade students even. So we have robotics, we have IoT, we have Python, we have many programs, but we start that from grade three because we believe that, we have to train up a child in the way he or she should go. By the grade three, we know their skills, we know the interest areas, and we know the patterns of learning. So that is how we have designed the entire program. And definitely we will be sharing that, in the coming presentation. So Basic Academy is a group of the teachers, those who are experts in AI and robotics and IoT and corporate and a kind of enthusiastic, those who are really keen to see that change in the children so that they can follow the trends that is going on in the world. So when we talk about the change, we can see, that there is a technological revolution. So if we compare from from the starting, so it is like there were farmers. After that, industries came up. After that, computers came up, right? So there was a shift, there was a revolution. So similarly, the revolution is of AI, the revolution is of robotics. When we go and work, we can see that change, that shift is there. So we have designed such a reforming program that has connection or that is bridging the gap of the technological revolution and we are integrating it to the daily lives. So this has been designed this courses has been designed in such a way that will not only bridge you between the future and the present, but also this will bring a transformation thinking pattern, which I really feel that it is of utmost importance among the students. So if they see themselves competing with the trends, their mindset, the thought process has to be changed. So this is how we integrate, their daily lives, activities, and then we make them learn these kind of programs. And we know that, like it has the global impact. It is a very high demanding skill. And along with that, it has the interdisciplinary approach. So these are the factors, these are the importance, that we lay our pillars on. And that is how we'll be going. So if we talk about the experts that we have, these experts have the experience of teaching the students of 15 plus countries. And the pattern of learning actually varied from, a different child because we believe that it is not about how a teacher teaches. It is always about how a student learns. So that is how we have designed our programs with the help of these experts. And they will be the first phase to have the conversation with the students so that the exact reform, can bring a can bring that change which we are looking for. So this is what we feel that when I was talking about that we are connecting the present with the future. So the future of technology, we believe that starts from grade three. So so our approach is very amazing. we always give, we have a lab setup, and if we are providing the online training, then it is, we provide them the equipment. Every student, they have the hands-on learning, because we believe that, you know, visual learning is the most important technique, is the most important criteria that a student follows. So we have the hands-on learning experience with the students. We provide them the machineries, we provide them the kits, we provide them the equipments. We tell the use of each and every equipment by research and innovation. It's not, it's not a one-way teaching method. It is always, discussion. We ask them to research on certain materials. We ask them to research on certain projects, and we connect it with the innovation part, so that the exact reformation is being brought to the in the student's life. So that is how we encourage students, when they create those projects with their own hands, when they research themselves, and along with the help of their teachers, and when they if we have asked them to make a project A, and through their research and innovative mind, they can, create project A1, B1, B2. So not exactly the same, but yes, with the innovative thinking. And yes, it's about continuous improvement also. If they have reached from A point to B point through the research and innovation in the same course only, then we keep on improving them, that they can think in direction C as well, D as well, E as well. So we have that kind of material. We have that kind of interaction with our students. We have that kind of mindset of our teachers, that they keep on asking, because as I've already told, that it's not about how a teacher teaches. It is always about a student, how a student learns. So if a student is beginning with this level, then our first aim is to, bring them up to this, and then from here to there. But, we are not very fixed with the, like, curriculum. If the student is at this level, then definitely we will raise them from here to another point. So we have a very flexible research, and we have a very flexible teaching methods, where, a student can learn various things. So why we have started this, because, see, if they join, some event in school, or if they join if they course in a school. So what happens that, if it is a cricket, so out of 50 students, one would be playing, and rest of them who are interested in cricket, they would be the spectators only. So what we do, we allow each and everyone to participate, so that no one would be the spectator, but everyone would be a participant, and from the participant level, they can, become the researcher, they can become the robotic engineers, they can become what they want to be related to these tools that we provide. So we have a well-designed curriculum. We have we have a group of qualified faculties, as I told you, that they have taught in 15 plus countries. And we also, it's always a learner-centric approach, because every student, they have a different method of learning. One, they are the audio learners, few, they are good readers and they can catch up like that. Few students, they are the visual learners. Few, until and unless they have the hands-on learning, or they have the experimental mindset, so they learn with that method. Some can be learned through the lecture method. So our main focus is learner-centric approach. That is, it's not about how a teacher teaches, but it's always about how a student learns. So we have that kind of conversation, those flexible communication with the faculty and the student, and that is how we bring, reformation and the transformation among the students. So now it comes that, what are the courses that we are empowering the next generation through? So these are the courses, like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, robotics, game development, and Python. And I'll tell you that, from if the student, he opts everything. So how we have designed is from grade 3 to grade 8. So there are 6 levels. Okay. So these levels are of robotics. So we have started with the very basic conversation, like what robotics is, how it is used in the daily lives, and whatever. Then we have, added on a few challenge projects as well. So when we talk about challenge project, it is we connect these projects with their curriculum, like science, mathematics. So then the challenge project would be related to their curriculum and how they can create a robotics project, you know, taking certain topics from their curriculum, what they're reading in a school. So that is how a challenge project is created by our faculties. So we have our own projects, like in one level, we have around like 32 sessions. In 32 sessions, we have 3 or 4 challenge projects, and rest projects are keeping the mindset of a grade 3 students. We provide them, hands-on learning experience with those equipments which he can use. And along with that, we also provide kind of like do it yourself, teach it yourself, because we believe that, creating a reformation is something, if you can do it yourself, can bring a lot of change, can bring a great change, in fact, I say. So from that level, then we come up to the IoT part, because it's little difficult, which we cannot start from grade 3. So we started from grade 8. So it's a level 6 course, which, and after that, and everything, robotics and IoT, it is integrated with AI. So they would be learning, like AI along with robotics, AI along with IoT. And then, students, we can see that they are after games. They love playing games. They are on their phone or their PCs. They keep on learning things. So it is always good, if they can learn that game development, because we have seen a few students who have been learning. So they have started learning from grade 5. And when they were in grade 6, a few students, they have like enhanced their IQ level at such a point where the way they answer and the graduate student of business analytics was answering was same. So you can see a major difference. This will enhance your reasoning. This will enhance the, your learning, and not only these subjects, but also the other ones accompanied by that, like mathematics, science, and your aptitude enhances. I think this is the reformation that a student is looking for, that a future is demanding, I guess. So that is how, these programs are designed in such a way that it will enhance your aptitude, it will enhance your skills, it will enhance your reasoning, it will enhance your learning, and that it will develop your mind for like other subjects also, right? So next comes like, these are the like kids which I was talking about, hands-on experience. So these are the devices, that are designed for the different grades, and that is how they can work upon with a different car. So our most simple project is like remote control car, right? So they know how a car works, how a gadget, they can connect with each other, what is the physics behind it, what is the maths behind it, and yes, up to the like grade wise. For third grade, it is different. For sixth grade, it is different. For ninth grade, it is different. So it is how the programs have been designed. And these are the kind of labs, that is being set for providing this kind of setup. So what can happen, like the way you use the library. So you can use these labs also. Like you can visit, you can do your project if you can like do of your own. And then you can finish off your project, and our faculties would be there to guide you. Else, our faculties would always be there to take you through the proper curriculum, proper course, so that, a few who might have, gone through the level 6, level 8, and now they want to do their own projects, they can use these labs, they can use these setups. So we have created, a lot of awareness programs not only in Delhi NCR, but also in Punjab, also in Maharashtra, the conferences. So also in Rajasthan. So these are the, combined pictures of like Maharashtra. There's a place called Nanded. And then it was like Rajasthan, especially the place is called Kota. The Kota, Kota is a famous place for it's an education hub. So we have created the awareness among these students, and this is Punjab, Mohali, and a lot of students have shown a lot of interest because the projects that is being made now, the related to AI or robotics or something like that. So these students, those who are creating these projects, they have never learned robotics and AI during their school time. So that is how we are empowering the new generation so that exact reformation can take place. And we are also about to launch a new courses in fashion, in the corporate lifestyle, like business development and marketing. So that, there should be, so that we can bridge the gap between the future and where in present they are. Because every student won't be interested in IT, right? But, but this AI and this robotics, these things are there in every sector. Whether you choose healthcare, whether you choose IT, whether you choose any other corporate. So AI is being used everywhere. So I guess this is the basic need, or I will say it's a new trend setter that is required that a student should learn. So these are the few other places where we have been. And it's not that we have forced them that you should learn the IT things and you should learn AI. We just simply ask them, what do you want to be? So if they want to be, if the student, they want to go into IT, and if they want to go into some automation sector, so then, there are the courses that can bring reformation in them. A few of them, they wanted to be a business woman or a businessman. So then, they are to empower them. So the few courses are designed to empower them so that they can start learning and they can actually be what they want to be. So the tagline is, we believe in sorry. uh, So the tagline that we follow is train the child where
Dr. Megha, sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. Can you share your screen also, please?
I guess that was over.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. I guess there was some issue with the laptop, so
No problem.
uh,
Like if PPT is over, then like you can continue your talk, ma'am. Thank you.
So yeah, at last, I want to say that, the tagline is that we believe that train the child to make what she has to go. So that is how we we think the reformation can bridge the gap between present and future. So as I was allowed to have a 20-minute presentation, I'm ready for the Q&A session. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you. So a couple of questions I have received from other speakers, Ms. Megha. I'll ask you one by one. Most of the points are already covered by you. So the first question is, ma'am, how do you make complex robotic ideas understandable for younger students? We are talking here, the programs are offered from third grade to eighth graders, right? So that is the question from a speaker. How do you make complex robotic ideas understandable for younger students?
Right. So when we start these programs for, grade 3, so the programs, they are connected with what they see and what they observe, right? For example, they have to design a remote control car. So every student has seen cars. That is a very interactive session and we explain them through the stories and we ask them questions. So car, they might have observed the wheels. Then we have, different kind of wheels in our hands. How do they program? What do the big wheel do? What do the small wheel do? What have you seen in the car? So there are different kind of, so we show the picture around the world and then we give them, hands-on parts of those objects, what they have seen. We create a story and that is how they start designing the robots with the mathematical logic. So that is how we have designed for grade.
Right. So, keeping the all ages in mind. So did you face any challenges when creating this curriculum for kids, and how did you solve them, ma'am?
Yeah, because what happened that as I have already explained in my PPT, that those who are creating the robots or creating the AI projects, they have never studied AI and robotics in their school, right?
Mhm.
So they have, done the college and they have learned, and because this is a new trend. So yes, initially it was a challenge that how can we teach them to the lower grade. But then, we have made it in a very interesting way, keeping all the ages, that every student has to learn science and maths, right? So just taking out few equations from there, taking out certain physics concepts and combining them with the world around us, like in cars, in bikes, everyone would be interested. In games, everyone would be interested. So keeping all the ages in view, the challenges, we thought that it would be very challenging, when we would be talking to the students, but it is so fascinating and so interesting that we tell them about the project A, and the students are so creative and they have shown so much of interest and they are so enthusiastic that they are able to think about project B or C. For example, you can see, the home automation is there, right? We say, Alexa, switch off the lights, Alexa, remove the curtains, like that. So we tell them about these kind of projects, and a few of our students, they were able to create thief catching bell. So using all those, these equations and the basic journal thing we have told them about the automation, they have created thief catching bell. They have created automatic dustbin. They have created, wonderful things that if anyone, will speak this, then alarm would ring so that they cannot use wrong language at their home. So they have become very creative. Like this is something apart, apart, what we have thought before creating the curriculum. So this has become fascinating and encouraging.
Nice. So you spoke about empowering the students, right? And for future, how does working with your programs help these kids develop teamwork and problem solving skills?
So there are two things. One is the teamwork. Teamwork is, we are conducting offline sessions and workshops also, wherein the same age group and sometime a mix of the age group, they combinedly they create stuff that is being asked for. So for example, we have given them 10 equipments and we ask them to create two projects out of it, and wherein we tell the use, I mean at the later stage, not in the initial stage. So they this is how, the teamwork and collaboration, they know that uh, this combinedly we are making. They don't fight. They use the physics and they come up with the different ideas, and that is how they are creating the one project. And another is for the future. I will say that I would like to share the testimony for that. So few of our students, they were in touch with us for 2 years. They have learned AI, they have learned Python, and so when you want to go into this IT field or whatever field you choose to, you have to submit certain projects in good university. So few of our students were able to do that when they were about to, enter into the college, and they got admission in the University of Michigan. So that is how, they are connecting with the future, and you know that jobs ahead are like that. So we are also bridging the gap between if they want to study abroad. So there are certain projects, there are certain uh, pattern of thinking, there are certain pattern of, creating certain stuff so that they can get admission in those colleges. So I guess that we are bridging that gap as
Nice, ma'am. I think that covers the next question also, but I would like to read out this question to you too. How do you check if your programs are successful and if students are excited about them?
so we do have a feedback system. We do have the follow up. We have a team, which do follow up with the students that how is the program going. So if and the feedback that how did they feel. So that is how I guess we can check. We have a performance evaluation for everyone. We have for students, we have for teachers, we have for the kind of programs, the kind of curriculum that needs to be upgraded time to time. So we have a complete organized process for everything. And that is how I guess we come to know that because we don't believe in emotion based thinking, we always uh, believe in the data based changes. So we have the data, that is how we collect the feedback, and we drive our feedback system, or we drive a system through the data.
Yeah, okay. So, ma'am, so what should educators or parents do if they want to start teaching robotics but don't have much experience or resources? How should they go about it?
Oh, we have a teacher mentoring program also,
Oh, nice.
wherein we do have, we ask them to have a certain like qualification. If they are BCAs or physics background, then we have a different teacher tech mentoring program. And if they don't have, then, we have created a kind of program from the basic, because our main agenda is to bring the reformation to empower the next generation, whether they get it through their parents or someone who wants to learn and then want to like teach the other students. So we are very like we are fine with it. We have the kits, we have the equipment, so we have the teacher mentoring program also, which has I guess 3 levels, and within 6 months it gets like some finished, and they can also teach their children if they want.
Nice to know, ma'am. So, are there any partnerships or collaborations that have really helped improve your programs, ma'am?
As of now, so we are having the collaboration with the educators only. And if you talk about the like partnerships, as in if you talk about the partnership things, so we don't because the curriculum, that we design, so it will go through. We really want that, it to go through our like we have the trendsetter team, those who keep on, researching, those who keep on researching what is going new in the trend. They keep on creating the, they keep on changing the curriculum as per the new trends. So if we, in terms of curriculum, we have no collaboration because I really don't want to compromise. But yes, if with few colleges and with few schools, they call us to have the workshop among their students. But uh, if you talk about it in legal terms, so no, we don't have any legal collaborations or partnerships.
Okay. Coming to the parents or educators, ma'am, who is interested in teaching or learning these programs, are there any prerequisites for joining your programs?
Initially, it was initially we were requiring, like BCAs, and we were requiring the MS, like those who have done physics honors, so teachers like that. But now, as we have already started, like if we can teach it to the grade 3 students, then definitely, parents and teacher would be more mature. So we have like technical staff so that we can start it from the advanced level, and we have a like non-technical backgrounds also. So education, if they are 12th pass, if they are interested in robotics, if they want to be a reformer in the like in the country, so we have created that program now. So we welcome everyone.
Okay. So, what kind of support or resources do they receive during the program?
So they receive the kit, the like if so there are like if they choose for robotics program, if they choose for IoT, or if they choose for the combined, so they get the kit, they get the material, they get the access to all the material, all the videos, and then they get the like one-to-one or whatever if it's in a batch. So they get the faculty who trains them. Then there would be like challenge project. You can say, the checker. So they get the facility of that as well. And time to time, they will also get the like a kind of a participation in the webinar wherein they can understand the new trends that has been going in the robotics and AI. And they will also have, the network connectivity like that.
Yeah, I received a question now. You have mentioned that you have a separate research team, like to follow the current trend, right? But can you throw more light on that? How do you ensure that the content of your program stay current with industry trends?
Oh, so we do have a review team also. So whatever content is there, so it is being reviewed by our like directly we don't share the content with anyone. So we have the research team, and then we have the team of reviewers who are already masters, and they have a lot of publications in robotics and AI. So they review that content, and that is how we are able to share that. Now this is how we are able to share the authenticity of the content.
Mhm. This is from an educator, ma'am. How do you adapt your curriculum to suit the learning needs of different age groups, especially from third grade to eighth grade, as you have mentioned?
So uh, we have, as I already told you, that for grade 3 students, we have the curriculum that is even the books, that from the beginning itself, the program that we have created for all educators, sorry, for all the students is was teach it yourself. So even if it is a third grade student, if it is a 12th grade student, so we have created the curriculum in such a way that they can teach them themselves. So it is so simple. It is for third grade, it is like with the stories, with the things around them. So it is something like, you can click, 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 and you turn on to the next page. So that is how it is, a very step by step, keeping their mindset, and in keeping their mindset in view, and keeping how they can learn, because it was designed. So there were groups, right? There were groups of robotics teachers, and there were groups of the teachers who are already teaching grade 3. So they know the mindset, right? And there were few psychologists also. So that is how we were able to create uh, teach it yourself program, and that is what it was there in from the beginning only, that we will not create such program that they are always dependent upon the faculty. So it would be teach it yourself, that we will take them through, and they would be interested in doing the next chapter also by themselves.
So, how do you assess student progress, ma'am, in these different levels?
So after every session we have a project, right? So
Mhm.
uh, so that project, is being created by the, for example, if we start a session today, first session today, so that would be how what robotics is, and let's create a remote control car. So the basic concept of physics was there, it was interacted and was told by faculty. So then he is creating the robotics car, and then a next aside the project advancement level, like he can add these sensors to the robotic car, and that. So this is how we assess. And this is how in the next session that a student has done this. And our program is created in such a way that once he completed the first level, only then he can enter. So the software is designed in such a way.
Okay. So what are the key learning outcomes or skills students are expected to achieve by the end of each program at different levels?
So every chapter, like I told you, that robotics course is of 6 levels, and every level has the 32 sessions, and each 32 sessions has its own objective, right? So when we start the first chapter, or when we start the first level 1, chapter 1, so there are certain objectives, and at the end of that objective, so there are, like the kind of like tick mark system. So wherein for in front of the each objective, so these objectives are mixtures of IT, of science, and of mathematics. So they will put a tick against if they have learned it or not. So every chapter has the combination of mathematics, physics, and IT objectives that is being mentioned at end of every chapter.
Okay. So, ma'am, what are the key learning? Do you offer any opportunities for students to showcase their projects or achievements?
Yes, yes. So we do have we keep on inviting them for the different advanced level workshops. They can create the projects, they can upload their projects, and that is how the another students, they are also like learning from them, and they are also invited in the like workshops, in the science programs, in competitions, like that. And and in the network is like, we have a kind of network also that we keep on sharing that with. So we ask them to, if they want to create their own YouTube channel and they want to upload there, that is also okay. If they want to upload on our website, that is also fine. So, and we keep on, having the competitions every 6 hour, like every like once in 6 months, or sometimes, like the special competition, so that they can, if they are at level C, so they can come up to the level D and C, and that is how they can upgrade themselves.
Thank you, ma'am. That's all the Q&A session for the session. Thank you for the talk and for patiently answering all the questions. Some questions were repetitive, but
Just
you have
one
patient.
last more thing also. We also have certain international tie-ups wherein we also bridge the gap between the national and international. Wherein if the certain international projects are there, and we keep on having the webinars by the international speakers, so that they know the trend going in India and they also know the trends going abroad.
Nice. Great to know, ma'am. So we thank the audience for participating in the event. The educators have some questions, and I have asked the same. We will end the session now. Before ending the session, do you want to mention anything else, Miss Megha?
I guess as just do not resist yourself. What do you want to be? There are opportunities in every field. It's just learn what you want to be from the day you realize that this is what your ambition is. So train yourself in the way you are. That would be, I guess, the conclusion.
Wonderful suggestion, ma'am. Thank you. I'll stop the recording.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me.